everyone, and welcome to Evolve Yourself TV. We're gonna have a big show tonight. We're gonna do a lot of interesting things, and I hope you're all prepared for this adventure. We're gonna undertake a journey together, a journey into the realm of the illusory dualistic framework, and then we're gonna come back to the place of perfect monism. So today's been a pretty good day for me. Woke up, did about 5 hours of core work because that's what I do nowadays. Apparently, that's the move. I actually got a new YouTube video that I've been getting really big into with core work. Some dude, I don't know. I've seen his face before, and he apparently he's got a good looking core. So I just do what he says. I want to target my obliques is like the main thing. So I've been doing a lot of weird twisting motions, with bands and weights. But the trick is not to twist too much because you don't want to twist your torso because then it puts a lot of pressure on your lower spine, and I got low back issues. So you got to do it a little bit, and you want to basically just be keeping your center torso just straight, and then you want to be just using your obliques. It's a trick. It's a little bit of a trick. You got to deal with, but you learn it. You learn it over time. But let's see, how's everyone doing tonight? We got Agni here. Hey, friend. Good to see you, man. What is new with you? I hope all is well in your existence. What's new with you, man? How's it going? And we're missing one of my my trusty mods, who's always here. I'm gonna see if she's okay. She keeps the energy good in here. She keeps the energy flowing, so we got to make sure she's all right. JT, are you around? It feels weird without you here. You never miss a you've never missed a stream. All right. I'm gonna send you a text right now. All right. I did just send JT a text. We'll see if she shows up. Because otherwise, it's just not nearly as fun. She helps, she's the regulator. She keeps things in check. But anyways, so that's what's been going on with me. Oh, on another really cool thing, I did after 5 hours of core work. Went and taught some chess. Did all that. I was supposed to take a chess lesson actually today. I have a new chess instructor. I have a chess coach. This guy is a legit, really strong player. He's a few rating points shy of becoming an international master. He's a national master. He's already met the norms for an international master. He's a few rating points away from becoming an international master. And he was actually playing in Title Tuesday today, and he had a checkmate in one against Hans Niemann with 1 second left on his clock, but he mouse slipped and fucked it up and missed it. But he almost took down Hans Niemann, who's beaten Magnus Carlsen, and then he's the guy that they made all the jokes about that he was cheating with the anal beads and all that. There was that whole scandal and all that stuff. Anyways, so I did that. So that was canceled with him. My lesson with him was canceled because he wanted to play in Title Tuesday, which I don't blame him. That's a pretty legit tournament, and he almost took down Neiman. So then I went to check out a new yoga studio tonight, which is pretty awesome. I got to experience the Rising Lotus Healing Center, which is a yoga studio that is pretty dear to my heart, even though I've never been there. I know the crew. I know the owners. They run the Avatar Yoga Festival. I streamed that a couple of years ago, and then last year I did the chess tournament there. So they were kind enough to throw me a 10-pack of yoga classes. So it was pretty amazing. So I finally decided to actually go because the yoga studio that I go to is a Bikram studio that's just kind of been in a state of disarray, and it's just kind of been kind of falling apart over the last couple of years. So I figured I'd try out something new, and it was an awesome experience. I highly recommend Rising Lotus Yoga Studio to anyone out there who is interested in experiencing some good yoga. But anyways, let's see what JT has to say. Oh, it looks like she's gonna be in. Cool. Well, it'll be nice when she gets here. JT, where are you? Why are you hiding? You're not around. Where are you? Why are you not around? You said you're in or something, but let's see if you actually show. All right. Anyways, let's start off with some chess. We'll get going with a little chess and see if things pick up. If not, no big deal. That's just how it goes sometimes. Maybe tonight is not it's not a great night for streaming. All right. Let's see. I am going to. What am I going to do here? Let's go to the category, the appropriate category, the chess category, right? Because that's where you go if you stream chess, right? You want to. It's a tip for you streamers out there. Be in the appropriate category. Some people don't give a fuck, but it's like the thing that people do, right? All right, we're now officially in the chess category. I'm going to play some random chess. Those of you who don't know me, my name is Agni James. I am a chess instructor IRL. I stream philosophy streams sometimes. Not as much recently, but it's been more Eastern, like holistic philosophy. Some people may call it woo-woo. But I'm trained in analytic philosophy, so I can tell you about necessary and sufficient conditions as well. It's kind of neat, right? To have like the really like holistic type philosophy, and then you're like you delve into it and experience it, and you like become really peaceful and happy. And then you can become an analytic philosopher like me, and then like you start doubting everything and questioning everything and thinking everything's full of bullshit, right? Because there is a lot of bullshit in the world, right? And then you kind of fluctuate back and forth, and then you live a life like me, which is pretty fucking terrible. And that's how we do it. That's how we do it, Agni James style, right? All right. Anyways, we're about ready to get going. We're about ready to play some chess. Let's see. Oh, hey, Evelyn Yoga's here. Hey, you say, hey, I'm just walking out of work, and you'll be driving, but you'll be listening. Well, cool. Thanks for. It's nice to know that someone is here, right? It always feels weird when I'm here and I feel like no one is here. It's like, okay, like what am I even doing? Is this like psychotic? If I'm the only one here and I'm just like talking to myself. Big shout out though to Evelyn Yoga. She doesn't stream as much anymore because there's a lot of creeps on Twitch who like to sexually harass yoga streamers, but she is a good friend of mine. She's going to be coming and staying with me for a few days. We're going to go to a White Sox game. She's from Australia. She's exotic. All right, so I don't even know how to prepare for someone exotic. She's going to bring like a kangaroo with her. So the way that when people from Australia come to Chicago, what they do is they don't even check any luggage. They just buy an extra seat and they have the kangaroo sit next to them on the plane, and then they just put all of their belongings in the kangaroo's pouch. And that's the luggage. That's the way to get around it, because then you don't have to pay luggage fees. So that's what she's going to be doing. That's what she's going to be doing when she comes to visit me. And she's going to bring the kangaroo to the White Sox stadium. And we'll see what happens, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if a kangaroo's ever been in to see a White Sox game before. That's kind of a new thing, right? We could break ground. I'll stream it, and we'll become famous, like super famous streamers, Evelyn. But it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. I was just saying a little while ago, I tried out a new yoga studio today that a couple of my friends own. I had never checked it out before, but it was an amazing experience today. Had a great class. It was a combination of yin and it was like, I think it was called Yin Vinyasa Flow. And I usually it's just like yin, or it's just like vinyasa, or it's like power vinyasa, or like a variant of vinyasa. But this was like yin and vinyasa. It was like a weird hybrid mix, and the instructor did a really good job with it. It was pretty cool. Maybe I should actually try to find out here. Let me look at the exact name of it, because you might have heard of it before. You used to own 2 yoga studios. I mean, Christ, you know about this stuff. It was called. Give me 1 second here. Let's see. It was called. Oh no! It was just called Creative Vinyasa Flow. Creative Vinyasa Flow. That's what it was. But there was some yin-ish stuff in there too as well. But yeah, Creative Vinyasa Flow. So yeah, it was good. It was good stuff. All right. Anyways, if you haven't done yoga, do yoga. It's good for you. Yeah, yin-yasa. Yeah, it was kind of, because it was like it was a weird. I had never experienced it. I'm like a hatha guy for the most part, because that's my Bikram yoga training, like I'm so fucking rigid and disciplined. So then like I get in there and it's like everything's like we're mixing it up and we're doing like all sorts of different stuff, and I'm not just on autopilot. I'm not just like on autopilot and just focusing. I'm like actually like having to move my body in different ways. and that was good. Like I was like, whoa, I forgot about this kind of stretch. I forgot that this muscle, this muscle group can be stretched in this way, and it was a lot more like free flowing and just it was a good feel. It was a really good feel. So yeah, anyways, that's what I did tonight. And then came back here, ate dinner, had a healthy dinner, played with the cat. She needed some attention today. Sometimes your animals needs some attention, right? So I gave her a good amount of attention, and now we're going to stream some meditation. But first, I want to get in a couple games of chess on lichess. So I'm going to have to mess around with this a little bit with settings because this is how it always works. We always got to mess around a little bit. Let's see, to do this because I'm one of the few streamers that doesn't use two monitors. All right. Well, hold on. We're almost there. We're getting there. We're moving closer. We're moving in the right direction. So we do this. Got to switch this up a little bit. I found this like backdoor route that like actually gets shit working. There we go. Okay. All right. Everyone should be able to see the chess screen by now. Right now. But I think I need to move my my camera. Let's see. Let me go double check this. I need to move my camera screen a little bit because my camera's in the way. Hold on a second. I think there's a little bit of lag. I'm not dropping frames, but yeah, something's a little weird on the screen right here. I got to fix this. Okay, let's get this all in order. Yeah, why is that coming up on the screen? There we go. Oh, there's a delay. All right, well, get out of here, delay. We don't want you, delay. And now I have to go and mess with this again. All right, so there's this. There's always like a lot of moves you got to make. For at least I have to make a lot of moves. Okay, here we go. But oh yeah, I got to move the camera, and that's another thing I got to do. So let's move the let's move this a little bit. So I don't know, where should we put it? Let's put it over here. No, we'll put it up here. No. How about up here in this corner? Yeah. That looks pretty good. And then we'll lock it into place. Yeah, okay. I look pretty solid. I look ready for some chess. Let's see if I can actually play some chess. And there's JT. There's JT. And there's Noger. All right, we got the crew here. We got some people here. I'm not alone in existence. So Noger, good to see you. Say beard is looking on point. Yeah, thanks, man. It's growing, right? It's fucking growing. This thing is, I don't know. We're gonna see how long it grows. But that's the thing. Noger knows that a lot of philosophers have beards. Even though Noger does not have the big beard, a lot of philosophers do have the beards, and it's just, or like weird mustaches. It's just like a thing. It's a thing that happens. But yeah, I don't know why it's like that, but it's just it is the case. All right. Okay, so create a game. So everyone should be able to see this now. Yeah. There we go. All right. Why we're having a little bit of lag though. Like there's like a weird like lag delay today. It's like kind of bothering me a little bit. So okay, you can all see this. Good. We're all good. All right. So this guy's playing some weird crap opening that I don't know anything about. Maybe he's looking at playing this and feeding Kettling's bishop, or maybe the guy's really good and has some weird shit going on. Well, yeah, there's some weird lag. We got some weird lag. Like I've already been playing the game and you haven't even seen it yet. I think Twitch is fucked up. I'm gonna blame Twitch or OBS. I've already fucking made a few moves. You're not seeing this shit real time. This is super disappointing. Let's see. I want to go back and just talk to you guys. If you're not gonna see, Noger, you say you do know a lot of philosophers have beards. Yeah, it's just how it goes. And JT, you said what did you say? Oh, you're doing a shout out for me. Thank you. I appreciate it. JT, how are you doing today? And Noger, how are you doing, by the way? How's everyone doing today? I feel like an asshole. I'm not even asking how people are doing. I'm just like more involved with all these. I'm in the middle of a game of fucking chess. Like, what am I fucking doing? All right, okay, all right. I got to get some shit moving here. Let's get my knight developed. So my knight's officially developed. Yeah, but it's not coming up on my phone. Like I made that move already. There's like some weird fucking delay. This is not going to be fun if you guys can't even see me making the fucking moves. It's somewhat real time. Yeah, what the fuck? This is stupid. Like, no, yeah, unless it's just my phone that's acting up. Unless it's just my phone that's acting up. That's also a possibility, but I don't think so. Let's see, Noger, you were saying, let's see, you're saying you have a cold, kind of annoying, but you're an all-time high on elite chess. Oh, you've been doing elite chess practice puzzles. Nice. You just refreshed and the lag is less bad. Yeah, let me try actually refreshing on my phone because that could just be throwing me off. Maybe my phone's just acting all fucking weird. It could be on my end. Let's check it out. All right, because you all, yeah, there we go, there we go. Now you should be, I'll be seeing this shit in real time. All right, that was fucked up. I'm sorry about that. I apologize. Don't crucify me. We've had enough crucifixions for one day. All right, I already castled though. It's still not doing it. We're not getting the real time action here, which is pissing me off. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I'm just gonna play this one game and then we're gonna have to switch back because this is not fair to my chat. Yeah, now the castle went through. There's like a 20-second fucking delay between my moves and all this shit. So that's really, yeah. I already played pawn to d5. Like, I don't think anyone can see it, but I played pawn d5 already. Yeah, we're not. You know what? I'm just getting out of this game. Fuck it. It's telling me something here. We're leaving the game. The fact that we have this lag, I just fucking left. The fact that we have that lag, it's a sign to me. You said it's good on your end. Maybe it's just mobile. Well, you know what? I'm pissed. I'm fucking pissed on it. My phone is still making chess moves, and I already left the game. So like I can't have that. I can't have that. It's a sign. It's basically, it's whatever narrative I want to write. I could say it's a sign, right? You know, like a lot of people, Noger, you know this, a lot of, JT, you know this, right? A lot of people will say it's a sign. A lot of people will argue that it's just coincidence or that it has no meaning at all, right? What narrative do you want to choose? What narrative should Agni James choose? Should I choose that the fact that it wasn't working is just some coincidental meaningful thing X that occurs in the world, non-meaningful state of affairs, or should I ascribe some meaning to it, right? I feel like people who ascribe meaning to things like that tend to have maybe better quality of lives than people who say that that there is no meaning, and things like that. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't have any quantitative data to back up my claim, so I just kind of made up a claim. But I did say I feel like, so that kind of, I can weasel my way out of that a little bit. All right. Anyways, I feel like I'm rambling on. Let's fucking just do some meditation. Fuck this shit. I'm sick of this shit. I come in here with all my fucking crazy energy, and I'm like, we should just do some meditation. All right. We're gonna go back. We're going back to the basics. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We got some fucking lighting. We're going back to the basics. By the way, Noger, sorry I didn't get a chance to look over your paper more, man. I've just been swamped with life and existence, and shit's been pretty wild. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna look over it more at some point. But yeah, all right. Anyways, let's get out of the chess category. We're gonna enter the guided meditation realm, and those of you who know me know that I always come out pretty fucking intense. Yeah, my energy is in a weird state today. It's pretty fucking wild. It's kind of interesting. All right. Anyways, so yeah, I always come on here pretty intense, and then we slow things down. And we go into the place of peace, love, and oneness. Existing in our hearts. So find a comfortable seated position. You can sit in the floor in lotus pose, You can sit cross-legged, or you can sit in a chair. The main thing is to find a position that is comfortable for you. Once you have done so, take a few slow, deep breaths on your own. I have a Buddhist chant that I play that has a chime that rings every 2 seconds. And you can use it to help regulate your breath count. But for some reason, it's not coming through right now. So give me 1 second while I resolve the issue. Or else we might just do it old-fashioned style, without the Amitabha Buddhist chant. We will see. Let's see. Take a few more slow, deep breaths on your own while maintaining good posture. Inhale through your nose, gently raising your belly. Exhale through your mouth, gently lowering your belly. Breathe in through your nose, slowly raising your abdomen. Breathe out through your mouth, slowly lowering your abdomen. Stay focused on your breath. Inhale, raising your belly. Exhale, lowering your belly. Breathe in, raising your abdomen. Breathe out, lowering your abdomen. Keep your awareness on your breath count. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your breath calms your body, and your body calms your mind. Be mindful of your breath count. Visualize yourself sitting on the tallest mountain peak. Watching the clouds float through the sky beneath you. Two clouds float together and merge into one. And one cloud stretches apart, dividing into two. These clouds float through the sky before disappearing over the horizon. These clouds are like your thoughts. Thoughts come into being and exist for a while in conscious awareness before disappearing from your mind. That is the nature of human thought. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit to you. Keep your awareness on your breathing. When thoughts arise in your mind, picture them as clouds floating through the sky before disappearing over the horizon. And return your focus to your breath count. Your essence is love. Your love is manifested as light. Your purpose is to shine your light on others. Helping to restore the awareness of their own internal light within them. So they may share their light with all whom they encounter. Until all of humanity is glowing radiantly as one once again. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego, which obscures your third eyesight. Keep your attention directed on your breath count. As thoughts arise in your mind, visualize them as clouds floating through the sky before disappearing over the horizon. Returning your focus to your breathing. Slow down your breathing. Relaxing every muscle in your body. Slow down your breathing. Allowing peace and love to flow through you unimpeded. Slow down your breathing. Allowing any thoughts to pass through you without judgment. Slow down your breathing. So that you'll remember that you are one with perfect love. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Going deeper into your breath count. Give yourself permission to feel the perfect peace and love surrounding you. and allow it to permeate every cell in your body. Reunite with that place of perfect oneness, existing below the level of conscious awareness. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which obscures your third eye vision. Keep your awareness on your breath count. On your next breath, travel all the way down to your center point. The place residing 2 inches below your belly button. The Dantian energy center. Where your essence flows the strongest. In this location, fear and worry cannot enter. For that which is eternally filled with love can contain nothing else. In this place, doubt and uncertainty are barred from entering. For that which is eternally certain can contain no doubt or worry. At your center point, there can be no separation nor division. For that which is eternally one can have no parts. At your center point, you glow with divine love and light. For darkness is nothing in the presence of your glow. Focus all your energy on your center point. And when you're ready, travel through. I'll see you on the other side. Here at your center point, you recall your true identity. At your center, you remember how you came to be. Here, at your center point, you recall your divine purpose. To share your love with all of those whom you encounter. For we will all reunite with the source of creation. Or none of us will. So withhold no forgiveness from your brother. For what is he but your reflection? Inhale. Exhale, releasing all stress and tension from your body. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all fear and worry from your mind. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all anxiety from your being. For when you remember who you truly are, there can be only love. Gently open your eyes and return to the present moment. Bringing with you the peace from this meditation throughout the remainder of your years. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing the sacred space with me. I am honored and humbled to be here with you as your meditation guide. I sincerely hope that each one of you feels more centered and grounded, more relaxed and calm, and more full of love than you did prior to the meditation. And I hope you're able to share that love with those whom you encounter out in the world. For that is our purpose. Namaste. All right. I hope everyone had a good meditation. I sure feel a lot more centered and grounded and calm than I did prior to the meditation. This was the first one we've had in a long time where we did not play the Amitabha Buddhist chant. And in retrospect, I think it was a good thing. It brought us back to the basics and reminds us that we don't need anything to return to that state of perfect peace and love and oneness, except the willingness to do so. We don't need any music or any oils or anything. For within our hearts, we know who we truly are, and we can access our eternal home anytime we choose. So thank you for being here with me and allowing me to demonstrate that even in a chaotic state of mind, one can fairly quickly return to one's center and be at peace again. And that's the point. That's the point of these meditations. Wow. Aries Aria just tipped $25. Super, super generous of you. Super kind of you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Unnecessary, but super, super kind of you. Wow. I'm grateful. I'm absolutely grateful. Thank you. I hope you each got what you needed from this meditation. Yeah, those of you who were around at the beginning of the stream, I'm sure you noticed how chaotic everything seemed. I was having all sorts of tech issues, right? My chess stream was lagging, so when I was talking, it was coming through before the moves were even being displayed on the screen. The Amitabha Buddhist chant wasn't working correctly. My energy was way off. Everything was kind of a mess. And it all just worked out perfectly. It was supposed to be that way. And I even said beforehand that there's always two different ways to look at anything, right? There's always different narratives you can write about any given phenomenon, right? And after that meditation, it's funny. I definitely lean towards the purposeful narrative, right, as opposed to the devoid of meaning narrative. At least that's how I feel right now, right? And there's really no way to empirically analyze the situation, right? You can't really say for certain with 100% degree certainty one way or another whether things happen for a reason or whether they don't. If you come from a scientific, analytic background, I guess at the end of the day, you just go with your instinct. You go with what feels right to you. Unless, of course, you're a serial killer. then I would recommend that you don't go with your instincts. If you're a sociopath or whatever, right? No, you know what I mean, right? Go with once you learn to access that place of love and joy and within your heart, let that lead you. Let that be your guide, and go from that place of love, right? Okay, JT. Oh, by the way, I wanted to give a big shout out to Kevin Edward Music. I almost forgot. Let's see, Kevin. There we go. Big shout out to. Oh, that's not the way to do it. I got to do the slash. That's right. For this type of shout out. I got Zen Mind right now. Big shout out to Kevin Edward Music. Thank you so much for the raid earlier. I'm totally grateful for you. Good dude. I love supporting musicians and artists. And Kevin Edward is a talented musician from the U.S. who moved to the Philippines. Really nice, genuine, authentic, good dude. It's great to have him around. Let's see. And then, Aries Aria, again, that was just super, super generous of you. I really appreciate that $25 tip. Thank you so much. JT, I'm so glad that you were here, with me, and that you enjoyed the meditation. And then we got Ethan. Ethan does MC. Say, hi, Evolve. Hope you're doing well today. You must confess you are not the Ethan from your work. He sounds like a genuine stand-up guy. Yeah, I figured that out after the stream. No worries, man. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, I know like 7 Ethans, so I was a little uncertain. But yeah, when I was doing some editing on the stream afterwards, I was like, wait a minute, is that really the Ethan? I don't think so. But that's what we do on Twitch, right? That's one of the fun aspects, right? I was debated. It's all good, man. It's all good. You're still my brother, man. Even if I know you from work or I don't, it doesn't matter. You're my brother. Everyone here is with me. We're all here, in this perceptual, dualistic illusion, trying to navigate that which is not, when really, metaphysically, we're coming from a place that which is. At least that's my sparse ontology. Yeah, I'm a philosopher, and that's my metaphysics. So that's what I believe, at least. Believe what you want. You say you should reach out to him though and invite him to that vacation or whatever it was. He sounds like a great. Oh, the island trip. Yeah. No, it was a weird situation with him. I just I met him. He reminded me a lot of myself, actually, but like he was like way younger than me, right? He was way younger than me. Reminded me a lot of myself. We actually liked a lot of the same music. He was really good at what he did, and he took pride in his work. And then one day he was just gone, and we never talked again. And I was thinking, I should have like actually established some kind of connection with this guy, like outside of work, because he's a good dude. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why we didn't. But yeah, I know a lot of good people, and I think I have too many good people in my life. To be perfectly honest, I can't even keep up with the people I have. Like JT, I mean, shit, I want to call you every fucking day, and I can't. I just don't even have time for anything anymore. I don't even know where my time. I know where my time goes. I do got 5 hours of goddamn core every morning. I'll do like a set of something, and then I'll do chess tactics, and then a set of something else, another set, and then I'll do chess. I'll do a chess puzzle or chess lesson. I'll be looking through, and I just kind of alternate mental, physical. Do some pull-ups, and then do chess. And I've been working on my obliques, and it's like this crazy. It's turned into this crazy 5-hour monster every morning. And sometimes I have to get up at like 3 a.m. to even get it all in before work. And shit gets crazy. Sometimes I'm doing this like for more than 5 hours. Like I just keep switching off between working out and the next thing I know, the whole fucking day is gone. Like I don't know. I'm like training. I'll tell you what. If the apocalypse ever happens, I'm gonna be in great shape. I'll be like ready to go to war and fight. But yeah, between all the meditation I do and all the volunteer work and helping others and teaching and yoga and kumnae and qigong and all that. Between all of that, I don't really have I don't have as much time as I wish I had, I guess. Ethan, you say you kind of hate that you had similar instances happen to you as well. Short-term gigs. You thought it was cool that you like Alex Gray. Yeah, Alex Gray's amazing. He's one of my favorite artists. He's really cool. There's a cool story about Alex Gray too that you've never heard me say because you've been coming around recently. And I've told this story, but it hasn't been for like a year. So there was I don't know if you're familiar with Ken Kesey and the Merry Pranksters. So basically in the 60s, the guy who wrote One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, his name is Ken Kesey, and they painted up this hippie bus. This is when LSD first started coming around. They painted up this hippie bus on the West Coast, and they started traveling around and giving people LSD and around the West Coast. Timothy Leary was on the East Coast was giving out LSD, and Ken Kesey was on the West Coast doing it, giving out LSD, and so like it was like a big thing. And then this group formed called the Merry Pranksters, and they're still around to this day. Anyways, one of my buddies, they decided to fix up the old bus and do a reunion thing where, well, Ken Kesey's long been dead, but his son Zane decided to fix up the bus, and they were making this documentary, and one of my buddies entered to be able to ride along on the bus, and he was selected, so he got to go across the country. They would stop from hippie festival to hippie festival. And and they were filming it, and they were just they all dress up in these wild hippie outfits and all that, and just have fun and just they're pranksters, right? They're joking around, having a good time, doing a lot of drugs, just kind of doing that kind of existence, right? But anyways, one of the last places they stopped was Alex Gray's Chapel of Sacred Mirrors in New York. It's basically like a big. It's where Alex Gray keeps the vast majority of his work. It's like a chapel, it's a structure, it's a building, right? And my buddy got to hang out with Alex Gray for like a few days. And if you've ever seen Alex Gray in one of his documentaries, or if you've seen him talking on television or whatever, in a movie or something, he always has this very slow, deep voice like this. But when my buddy met him, apparently that's not his actual voice. He actually talks like this, guys. He's like, "Hey, how's it going? How's it going, guys? It's good to see you." And he's like really like hyper, and he's got like this really high pitched voice. But apparently he just like slows down his voice for the documentaries and all that. But so my friend like thought it was the funniest thing because Alex Gray is talking like this. He's like, "Hey, yeah, look, I did these paintings. Here, check this out. I want to show you something." So yeah, him and his wife Allison there, but yeah, they were like super kind and caring and welcoming, and they welcomed them into their chapel, and they got to stay there. They slept there for a few days, hung out with Alex and Allison, and it was really cool. And yeah, I got a couple of his pictures there. I have above here. You can't see it because the camera is fixed right here, but above there I have a really big, beautiful Alex Gray piece of work, and yeah, he's one of my favorite artists. So. Yeah, let's see. Ethan, you say that's fucking insane. You're jealous. I know, right? And by the way, so my buddy now has rapport with Alex Gray. So he's an official Merry Prankster now. He's in with the crew. He's even living in Eugene, Oregon. So he's been talking about going up to New York, and we could go visit Alex and Allison. So I might take him up on that at some point. I think that would be a pretty cool experience to actually hang out with Alex Gray. And maybe take some acid with him, right? Who knows? No, I don't do that. I don't do that anymore. But I'm sure he would. And Alex would definitely be down for that. But yeah, anyways, okay, I think that's about it. We've had a productive stream. It started out chaotic and crazy, and all the tech issues in the world were happening, and nothing was working. And we kind of brought everything back down to a peaceful, calm place. And that's what I want. That's the whole point of these meditations, is to show you guys that someone as much of as a whack job as me can fucking still rein it in. I can still rein it in via the tool of meditation and going into that place of love and oneness, and be in that place of peace despite what's happening to me in my world, in my, despite what chaos and craziness is going on. I can always we can do that. We have that ability, right? And that's what I bring to the table. I show people real life examples. I'm the paradigm of that. Someone who's fucking gets really intense and really wild and crazy at times, and then I use this tool called meditation to be calm myself and be a peaceful normal human being. And I don't have to fucking take a bunch of goddamn psych meds, right? That helps. So I don't feel like shit because I don't have to poison my body, right? Now, I'm not saying in every case that might work, but in my case, it sure as hell has a big effect. Let's see. Ethan, you say you meditate to invincible, yeah, and at night that's good. That's good. Absolutely, with a nice hand rolled J, yeah, right. It's great. It's great shit. Tools has come out with some amazing music over the years. All their music is good. I mean, one could argue that Opiate's a little immature, right? Their first album, but like, of course, most bands start out, their earlier work tends to be a little immature, and then it slowly progresses over time and evolves. At least the good bands do. The good bands evolve, right? The bad bands kind of stay static. You don't like some bands. Every song sounds the same for like 20 years, and those are the bands that aren't growing, right? But Tool has definitely grown. But I would say their last couple albums sound pretty similar. They haven't changed a tremendous amount. The last couple albums, but like the distance that they traveled from like Opiate to Undertow, and then from Undertow to Einema, and then from Einema to Laterals. I mean, like Laterals to 10,000 Days. Like that was major growth. That was ridiculous amounts of growth. They went from being just kind of like making jokes and singing dick songs and fucking being funny and good musicians, but like, and talking about, just getting fucked up all the time, to being like this powerful spiritual presence in the community, right? Which is pretty cool. Evelyn, hey, you say, you tell good stories, Agni. Yeah, I do what I can, right? That's one of the things I do, right? What do we do as human beings, right? We tell stories. We're all storytellers, right? We all have stories to tell. And it's important to share those, especially if we have, some interesting, unique stories, right? Some of us have more, some of us, don't have as many unique stories, but if you don't, then you listen to someone who's got something that's kind of interesting to say, right? Or you go to the movies. I want to see the new Dune. I read the books. I read the first 3 Frank Herbert books for Dune. I thought they were incredible. Saw the last Dune movie that came out. Now I want to see this one. I'm really excited about it. So we'll see about that. We'll see how it is. I hope don't no spoilers. Well, actually, there can't be any spoilers because I've already read the books, I guess. Ethan, you say honestly, all their albums have a time and place. Yeah, I mean exactly. When Maynard was fucking 18 and making music, obviously he was coming from a different place than when he's 50 or 60 and making music, right? That's how it goes. Fear Inoculum had major growth. See, I don't know. To me, Fear Inoculum sounded very similar to 10,000 Days, in a lot of ways. It didn't have the same level of growth than I would say from like Undertow to Einema, right? Like there was something there was a dramatic shift that occurred from Undertow to Einema as opposed to 10,000 Days to Fear Inoculum. And maybe you could just one could argue that that's just when you're younger, obviously you're gonna grow more, right? When someone's 90, they're not really gonna grow much from 90 to 100 as opposed to like 18 to 28, right? So maybe that's just the case, but like. When Tool used to come around, I used to see them every single fucking show. Like I've seen Tool is not probably, I don't know, 10, 11, 12 times, something crazy like that. I've lost track, right? I've seen them, every time they came through Chicago, I would see them. Now, like I saw them 2 tours ago. I did not see them this last tour because it just wasn't, a lot of, I've seen it a bunch of times, and it's not really, hasn't really changed much, right? At least in my opinion. A band that I still see and that I've seen a shit ton of, I've actually seen them exactly 11 times, 9 Inch Nails. That band is always evolving and changing like pretty drastically. Unfortunately, Trent said that he's probably not going to be doing much with 9 Inch Nails for quite some time. He's got 5 fucking kids, and he has just gotten big into the soundtracks, and he just doesn't really want to tour anymore. He says he wants to spend time with his kids, and I don't blame him. You got 5 kids, you've already made an amazing career, and you can just go to your studio and make soundtracks for major motion pictures, and everyone fucking loves you already. It's like whatever, right? You don't need to go out and tour and fucking destroy your body like doing 30 concerts, traveling all around the world, right? Let's see. Evelyn, you say, oh my God, Tool, do you want to see them? You've never seen them. See, that would be a band I would take to see. I love taking people to see shows that they've never seen. That's the thing. I don't want to take someone to, if you've never seen Tool, that would be a cool show to go to. Because I would love to see, I love sharing things with people, right? You would love them, Evelyn. You would absolutely love them. You should definitely check them out. I mean, if you've never seen them, you got to see them. But it's like, if you've seen them, 10 times already, it's like the 11th is not going to be that spectacular. But for me, when I see 9 Inch Nails, every time there's something new. Like there's something crazy different. It was like when they came out with Hesitation Marks. When Trent came out with Hesitation Marks, he said he was just sitting in his studio one day, and he was looking over, and he saw this saxophone, his old saxophone from like that had been sitting in the studio for like 20 years, and it had dust on it. And he hadn't even picked it up in 20 years, and he said every time he looked at that saxophone, it kind of bothered him that he like hadn't fucking played it in 20 years and hadn't even picked it up in 20 years. And then one day he just fucking walked over to it, picked it up, and then, fucking taught himself how to play the saxophone again and like relearned the saxophone and like got good at it. And then he fucking used it in that album. And that had a totally different vibe to it. That album was very, very novel. It had like a weird surfer undertone vibe, surfer music vibe. It was like totally original, right? It's not like the normal like downward spiral industrial 9 Inch Nails that we were used to, right? Or the broken 9 Inch Nails, right? Every album's been very distinct for Nails. Ethan, you say you haven't had a chance, but you would love to. You said, have you heard of a Barrenness? No, I have not. I have not heard of Barrenness. The next show I'm going to see is actually a week from tomorrow. I'm going to see one of the most original, unique bands fucking ever. These guys are amazing, and I doubt anyone in this chat has ever even heard of them. They're called Sleepy Time Gorilla Museum. And you know what? Here's a treat. We're going to end the stream by me showing a little bit of Sleepy Time Gorilla Museum. These guys are... They were fucking Berkeley college musicians. Berkeley's one of the best schools for music in the country. They were Berkeley music students, so they're classically trained, but they're fucking avant-garde metal, and they're just so wild and intense and incredible that I gotta give you exposure to these guys. I'm going to see them a week from Wednesday. They disbanded in like 2011. And they're reuniting they reunited to just come out, finish up their final album, because they had an album that was like halfway done from 2011 when they disbanded, and they're doing one final tour. So I'm going to see them a week from Wednesday. So all right, let me pull up these guys. This is a special treat. All right, these guys are like nothing you've ever seen in your life. They're the most original fucking band I've ever seen, or I've ever wanted to see. All right, hold on. Let me get these guys all set up. Okay, and yeah, you will be able to hear this once I get this going, and we'll have the video going too. This is going to be badass. We're in for a treat today. By the way, the name of this song, the name of the band is Sleepytime Gorilla Museum, and the name of the song is "The Donkey-Headed Adversary of Humanity Opens the Discussion." That's the name of the song. The Donkey-Headed Adversary of Humanity Opens the Discussion. All right. Let's see. Ethan, you're saying Baroness Gold and Gray album, totally recommend. Same with Purple and Yellow and Green. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. We'll definitely check it out. But I'm going to show you something fucking incredible right now. And yeah. By the way, if you're not, I don't know if you're in my Discord, man. But yeah, welcome. Sign up for Discord if you want, and then you can post it in the music section, and then we can check it out. We'll all check it out together if you want. And you know, there's different sections. Post whatever you want, whatever channel you want. If you're not doing it, if you're not in my Discord already. All right, let's load this up. So I get to fuck around a little bit with some tech shit. So this is always the way it goes. And we got to come back here, click around a little bit, and then all right, come back here. Here we go. We got it. All right, so let's go back and load. I got to turn up the volume so you all can hear it. That's also kind of important. So it's... These guys are fucking out of this world original. Super creative. All right, let's get it up so you can see it. Okay. We should all be good now, I believe. It's going to take a minute. There's some lag, at least on my phone. Look at that violin going crazy. We got the violin. To invoke. And these guys make some of their own instruments too. They're fucking wild. I hope it's coming through all right. It's not coming through on my phone perfect. Someone say something if it's not coming through so I can actually see it. It sounds good? All right, cool. Even now. So fucking good. There's nothing like this. There's nothing that sounds like this. That's Carla Kilstead, by the way. Fucking amazing violinist, beautiful, wonderful musician. Incredible. Super talented. She splits vocals on a lot of their tracks. Yeah, Noger, absolutely, man. The high pitched violin, it's fucking it totally adds, man. It totally adds. So fucking good. They're so fucking original. I love it. I fucking love those guys. And I get to see them a week from Wednesday. Oh, man. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? I know, yeah, high-pitched violin is a lot of fun. Yeah. They do something, it's like nothing. You're never going to hear it. And the other cool thing about this, I'm going to give away a secret about these guys. If you listen to a lot of their early interviews, they talk about this this mathematician, this famous mathematician, according to them, this early 1900s mathematician named John Kane. And apparently they said that he's been the inspiration for all of their fucking music, and for his mathematical ideas have transcended and made them do or inspired them to make all the music they've made. In all their interviews, they praise John Kane. They talk about how fucking wonderful he is, and all the amazing mathematical developments that he came up with over time. If you look up John Kane, he doesn't exist. So it's so much fun. That's part of their play, right? I spoiler alert, whatever, but it's like it's great. They based their band and all their inspiration off of a fictitious idea, right? To be, because it's clever. It's fucking clever to do that, right? And then they prove like a deeper point, and that's the one you're gonna have to look into. All right. Anyways, awesome meditation. I got to share even sleepy time with you at the end. So thank you all so much. Let's see who's out there in the Twitch world. First, we'll get a raid call all lined up. Noger, man, it's good that you're hanging out, man. It's always good to see you, brother. And congrats again, man. I love that. I love the concept in that new paper you wrote. I hope we gave you a shout out already, man. That's a cool concept. It's really something that's fascinating to think about. Anyone who hasn't checked out Noger, he's a philosophy streamer on Twitch. Good buddy of mine. He's from New York City. Check him out. He reads full length academic journal articles, and he's like what, like 500 plus of them. It's crazy. It's crazy how you've been doing this shit all this time, man. It's just wild. And he writes philosophy. He got something published recently. And now he's got this other one out that he's going to be sending out. And I'm sure someone will pick it up and publish it. Yeah, Evelyn, it was great seeing you too. It was awesome seeing you. Thank you so much for stopping in. And I'm gonna get to meet you in real life. That's pretty cool. If you're gonna come visit from Australia, I'm digging that. And Ethan, it was great to hang out with you. It was great fucking hanging out with you. Like I said, post your join my Discord if you want, and post any music or anything you want in there, and we'll be talking more. Let's see who's out in the Twitch world who we are going to raid. Let's see. Oh, all right. Well, yeah. I mean, I raided Taylor Jada last time, but I'm gonna raid her again. This time. I really like Taylor Jade, and she's getting married. By the way, it might be Nope Just Evil, her fiance that is streaming, but we're gonna raid them twice in a row because they're friends of mine, and I love these people. They're good people. She was a former junior Olympic athlete, by the way, for volleyball, which is kind of cool. She was working for ESPN. She's interviewed like some of the great basketball players of all time and shit. She's a huge Kobe Bryant fan. Send some love her way, and I will see you all later. Have a great evening, and yeah, remember, if you're stressed out, you can use meditation to come down to a state of peace and love. Namaste.